Hey there Titans, today I'm going to show you how to make a Form Titan form available for use only within your Salesforce environment. Okay, so we have here a simple form that what it does is you can search for an opportunity or pass in an opportunity ID and it will pull up the opportunity information, look for an approval process running on that opportunity, and then we'll give you the approval process information, and then you'll be able to either approve or reject, write some comments, approve or reject the approval process. So let's take a quick look, see how it does. Let me just first quickly disable the SF token. I'll show you what it does in just a second. Let's publish this. Okay. Let's search for an opportunity that has a approval process on it, and let's take a look at the opportunity in Salesforce. So this is the opportunity. It has an approval process. It's currently pending, and then I'll be able to basically from the form just write some comments, either approve or reject it. Okay, so now what we want to do is basically make this form available for use only within the Salesforce. So Form Titan has a new feature. It's under the form settings, limits, and this guy right here, Salesforce token. Once we press this, and then we'll try and access the page again, we'll get this error message, this form is disabled. So let's see how we can use this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Setup and look at our Form Titan package, which you have to install before you can use this feature. Let's take a look at our package, the Form Titan package. See the components, and what we will need to take a look at is the Form Titan utils class. And in the class we have a method, the getOuth method, that basically will return an oath, and with this oath we'll be able to open our approval process page. So the first thing we're going to do is create a class that has two methods. I already prepared this class. It's called FT Controller Extension. Let's take a look at it. So this class has a constructor that receives a standard controller, so we'll be able to use it with Visualforce with a standard controller. And the second thing it does, we have an Aura enabled static method that returns a string. And what we do here, we just reach for the Form Titan package getOuth method, and we return that string in the getOuth method in the Form Titan controller extension. Okay, next thing we got to do is create a Visualforce page. And in the Visualforce page, it's a very simple page. We just create a standard controller for the opportunity, and we give the page an extension. This is our Form Titan controller extension, and then we basically take the Form Titan URL for our form, for our approval process form, and pass it in. And this is our FLD ID, which is our hidden ID. Just refresh this real quick, show you where you find it. So you go to the ID, and you can see that the field ID is FLD15. So in a query string, we just pass it in. So FLD15, our opportunity ID from the standard controller for the page, and then our oath from the getOuth method in the Form Titan controller extension. And that's all you got to do. Now you can use this page in a number of ways. Let me show you some of the ways you can use this. So let's go to our object manager. Our first thing will be to embed the Visualforce in our object layout. So let's go to our layout, to the page layout. We'll go to the opportunity layout, hit edit, and we want a Visualforce page that we just created, and we want it in our layout. So let's just throw it in there. And we will set this, let's say 500 pixels, and show scroll bars. We hit OK. Let's save the layout. Let's go back to our opportunity page. Back to our opportunities and go to details, and it's not there. Let's see what happened. There we go. Just refresh the page. It's coming up. First time it takes a little while, and then the second time, once I refresh, it'll be much faster. Let's go to the details, and it's already there. So we can see the approval process, it's status pending, and then I can write some comments and approve this. Okay, so this is one way to use this. The other way is, let's say we want to use an action that will click something and it will pop up a screen and we'll see our form. So let's just refresh the page and see that the form Titan did the job. So we can see that the status now is approved and the comments is approved, just like we did from the form. And if I'll go back to the form, I'll see that I can't approve or reject because there is no approval process running. And just a quick check, if I'll refresh this, I'll get a form Titan is disabled because I didn't access it from within the Salesforce. Now let's see the other uses we can do with that Visualforce page. So let's go back to setup, object manager. We'll go to opportunity and we'll create a new action. And here we'll select a custom Visualforce. And this is our Visualforce. We'll give it a height. We'll show you why this option is, for some reason it's not, Salesforce doesn't let us control the width, and we'll see how we can bypass this. So action with Visualforce, and we'll save this. Let's go back to our object manager. We'll go to the opportunity. We'll add it to the layout, page layout, opportunity layout, add it. Select mobile and lightning actions. We'll throw this in there. We'll save. And let's go back to our opportunity. Let's resubmit this. Never mind, let's just use it just like this, action with Visualforce. And this is our issue right there. So when you use a Visualforce with an action, what it will do, it will not let you set the width. So in some situations that will be fine if you have a very narrow page. If you want to control this, you will have to create your own component. So let me show you how this can be done as well. Okay, so first thing you're going to need to open is the developer console. Once you're in developer console, you will need to create a new Lightning component and follow the steps. So I've already created a Lightning component. Basically contains two things. We have the actual component and we have the controller. So in the component, what we did here, I've enabled a bunch of things here. You'll be able to use it in any pages and communities and quick action. That's what we're looking at now. And it has the Force has record ID, which enables us to get the record ID of our object. So what we've done here to enable you to change the width is we're using a resource that's located in our form builder package, in the Form Titan package. It's called Container CSS. And our next thing is we created here an attribute for the iframe URL, and we have a method here that initializes, that uses initializes the controller, and we have an iframe here that gets the iframe URL from our attribute, which we'll set in the controller. So this is our controller. First thing we're doing, we're getting the record ID, and after that we're going to set the form URL with the record ID, and then we're going to call the getAuth method in our custom controller. So we have getAuth, and then we're going to set the callback, check the state is fine. If it's not, then you're going to have to handle the errors here. Then we're going to get the return value, which is our auth string. And then what we're going to do, we're going to add the auth string to our form titan URL that we set over here. And then the only thing we have left to do is just to set the component with the attribute of iframe URL with our form URL that we have the auth for. Then we enqueue the action, and that's it, we're done. Now let's take a look at how we can use this component in our Lightning. So we'll go back to the object manager. We're in the opportunity object. We'll go to our button links and actions, and I'm going to create a new action. And here I'm going to choose a Lightning component. This is the Lightning component that we have created just now. Private FT form. Going to give it some height. Let's do 800 pixels. Let's do 850 pixels. And what we're going to do here, let's do form. Let's do action with CMP. We'll save this. Go back to our object manager. We'll go to page layouts, opportunity layout, edit, and we'll throw, let's take this guy off, mobile lightning and quick action, action with component. We'll throw it in the layout. We'll save this, refresh the page, and hit the action, and we'll get this beautiful action window with our opportunity information. We've already approved this one, so we cannot do any actions on this. And this is how you do it, guys. Enjoy.